So what are the 7 ways to achieve financial independence, plus a bonus at the end on how I spend the money to make myself much more happier. And I will showing you this place. So this is smoothie time, and for me a moment to reflect that actually you can be super happy, really happy with not a lot of money. This is the first thing that I want to bring here. It's income, more income than the expenses that you have. Be able to be happy with the amount of money that you are making. If you want to increase the amount of money that you can make, fantastic. You can see in other videos that I made that I'm living under 1,000 euros per month, and I'm super happy. I mean, yeah, then now and then have things that I want to spend more on, and I have my treats, and sometimes expensive treats, but there are things that make me happy, and things, for example, that I use every single day, or treats that are actually useful things, like, you know, a watch or a good phone so I can record good videos, or a mic, or, you know, a pen that I like. I don't need possessions, you know. So how can you bring down your expenses so that you can have more income, right? And basically I would focus on financial independence side, on your stay, on your taxes, on your traveling, and as well as you have an online business. Online entrepreneurs, your online business expenses, because sometimes we are really like pennies smart but dollar stupid, and that's an issue. You can be spending like tons of money in Facebook ads, or you can be spending tons of money in I don't know, some other parts that are not optimized in your business, that you can cut your expenses there, and then start enjoying all these things: unlimited smoothies, unlimited chocolate, unlimited tea. This is one of the things that make me much more happy, and it's a path to financial independence. Then number 2, twice time planning. This is the other thing. The ones that, for example, the members of Extraordinaries, this community where online entrepreneurs meet to be able to achieve or enjoy financial independence, geographical freedom, and time freedom. We spend a lot of time planning. This is one of the other keys that I see among the community, and things that when we study, we analyze wealthy people and how they do, right, their path towards their wealth. It's people spend time planning. I mean, I spend time analyzing my spreadsheets. I spend time analyzing where I could invest my money in another way so that I can have a higher return on my investment, etc., etc. And all these kind of things, all this constant optimization of your life, it's the things that will definitely bring you to financial independence. And also, for me, the most important part is being happy during this path. Number 3, freedom over luxuries. This is the other part for me that is key. When you see somebody that looks rich and displays luxuries, you know, mansions and cars and boats, it's not just the price of that luxury. It's about the price of maintaining it. So if a person has this maintenance, let's say, of 50k per month in all these luxuries, they have to work, or they have to have a structure in their life that generates this money every single month. If you get rid of all these luxuries because you don't need it, you don't need to prove anybody, you know, there's this saying that says spending money that you don't have, buying things that you don't need to impress people that you don't care about. Sometimes this is the case, right? Unless that you are super self-aware, knowing that these are the things that make you happy. But otherwise, you don't need to display luxury. Look, for example, the extraordinaries, like the members of this community, that we live extraordinary lives with financial independence, geographical freedom, and time freedom. Let's take my example. I'm just using these black t-shirts, or these like flat color t-shirts that I can buy in any shop. I don't need like these super fancy clothes, you know, just to display that, to prove what to whom, you know? I don't need it. I mean, I know what brings me happiness, and it's peace of mind. It's knowing that I have money to live years, like decades, without having to work again. And the more I'm investing and the more the compound interest works, the more and more money I have without having to work that much, you know, so I can dedicate my time to things that I'm happy with, which is recording these videos, connecting with extraordinary people, and, you know, creating this space for this community to happen, so that other online entrepreneurs that are making 6 figures, 7 figures online, some of them 8 figures online, can connect in a platform, you know, can connect in a mastermind group, can connect here in this community. So this is the other thing. If you can cut down your luxuries and just focus on, okay, how can I invest and I can create a portfolio of assets that will compound interest and build wealth over time, it's going to be a faster lane towards financial independence. The other one, it's number 4. Whew, one that it was tough, you know, 4 out of 7. Damn, pay yourself first. This one took me time to understand, because, you know, you create the business and you might be like, no, I want to pump more money into my business, right? And I want to be sure that you know, it survives. And you start like putting money into the business, but not paying yourself first, and realizing that you're paying everybody, you're paying all the providers, and you are not building your assets, you're not building your portfolio. Or even the thinking on, oh no, if I invest, you know, first time I was like, oh, investing 200 euros, you know, it's nothing. 10% return a year, let's say, in the stock market where I started investing. It's like, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be like, what, 20 euros per year? That's nothing. But, you know, it's important because it's a habit. It's not about the goal. It's about the habit that you build. So definitely this is the habit that when we talk with other people, and I had the opportunity to talk with mentors, 7 and 8 figure mentors that taught me, I'm not the genius behind this, and I'm not the one inventing the wheel. I'm just mimicking and modeling what other wealthy people taught me. And they say, this one is key, like pay yourself first. Because there's this rule that if you see in the bank, let's say 10K, 20K, 50K, whatever, you put your number and you have it there in the checkings account, the savings, you know, this liquid money, you will use it. The chances are that you will see the money there and you will use it. If you pay yourself first, as soon as you get the money in, boom, you pay yourself, you don't see the money, you put it in your investment account, in all your different assets, and it's gonna pile there, it's gonna accumulate, it's gonna become a behemoth, you know, it's gonna be massive, you know. And this is the thing, pay yourself first, get this habit. You can do it, because when you see that you are paying yourself first and you have less money in your bank account, your mind will start thinking about how can I make money. This happened to me, for example, when I went bankrupt twice, with my first online business, a 6-figure company on nutrition, on healthy habits, on teaching people how to lose 10 kilos in 3 months without diets and without yo-yo effect, where they regain the weight. And twice I was bankrupt, you know. I went from super successful launches, doing the salary of a whole year, 25K in 7 days, then other launches that went above 30K in 7 days. And you have all this amount of money, and you know, if you don't plan, as we said before, you don't plan how are you gonna use this money. I started spending it like crazily, and I didn't pay myself first. I lost a lot of money of the company. I had the two accounts really like together, and this is one of the things that I regret the most. Not investing all that money that I made in myself, in assets, in other high yielding investments, so that now I could have much more money to actually invest, right? Because this is one of the things. I can be good or not, I can have peace of mind on my personal investments, but then I don't want that to be taken by the company or the other way around, you know. I want to keep the two accounts really separate. The other one, okay, let's move to number 5. Okay, number 5, we're getting close to my happy tip on happy spending or happy use of money. Plus, I will show you this place. By the way, you don't need to, I was talking about that before, but you don't need to have this amazing house. For example, for me, I value the freedom, to be able to now record here. There is a nice hotel that I'm at, and I just asked, hey, is there any place that it's quiet? And it's like, yeah, sure, use our conference room. Boom, they opened the conference room that I will show you right now. And it's amazing because I can be recording in completely different places. And this is one of the things that reminds me, it's more important to me to rent these spaces or to use these places that are already built instead of paying to own them, to buy them. Right now I don't see the point. Maybe when you have many more figures, you want to like 7-8 figures. I'm not a millionaire yet, but maybe then you want to buy something to take some profit from it. But right now I just want to make use of these spaces and focus on number 5, which is building. This is one of the things that I focus the most, and once you achieve it, you have this safety, this confidence in yourself. I call it this financial confidence. It's having 10 years, more than 10 years of all expenses covered. It's like, damn, I can be 10 years without working. Wow, first time I achieved that, it's like, wow, a lot of pressure went out, And I started thinking more about taking more risks, having higher returns, and also being like more confident on myself, not being needy. Like at work, I work with some companies, and it's like, look guys, if we want to collaborate, keep doing things together, we do it. If not, we stop, But complete detachment, not being needy, that I have to do this because I have to pay my whatever. I have 10 years to figure out things, more than 10 years now, but when I achieved it, it's like so much pressure off. So I would say, calculate the number, set a goal that you need in order to have 10 years of expenses covered. So track everything. I have spreadsheets that I also share in the community. So if you want to click the link below, you'll be able to access some of the resources that we have in Extraordinaries, for example, on the part of financial independence. So you can use our spreadsheets to track all your income, all your expenses, and be sure of the number. Okay, this is the average number of expenses that I have in a year. So this is per month. Okay, I need this amount of money to cover 10 years of my expenses. The next one, number 6 out of 7, is we invest, to achieve financial independence. And when you achieved these decades of not having to work again, it's because we invest more than 20% of our income. Okay, this is something again that I learned from smarter people than me, that I learned from them, and they all invest more than 20% of their income. Right now in my life, I'm spending between 85 to 90% of my income. So the rest, it's like 10% expenses, 13-15% of expenses in the last months, and the rest is completely invested. I don't see that money. I mean, I'm living below my means, and I'm living quite similar to the same budget that I was living, I would say, some years ago, where I was living in a tight budget of 1,000 a month, more or less, because I didn't have more money. Right now, I see that with 1,000 and with tweaks that I learned after 18 months traveling around the world, I knew how to enjoy good quality of life. I would say luxury quality of life, extraordinary quality of life, just by asking, just by knowing where to find it, But I don't need to buy those many things, so I can invest all this amount. There's this movement, the FIRE movement, the Financial Independence Retire Early movement, that talks about, save everything, live with nothing, eat, the cheapest food you can, eat beans and rice every single day. I don't agree with that. I want to be financially independent, but during that path, during that path of financial independence, this is my thought from day one. I want to enjoy the path. I don't want to, if I delay my happiness, and we have a graph where we can have our financial independence, and I save, and then boom, I start withdrawing money. So if you can see this graph here, you can delay your happiness and be like eating rice and eating beans and not going out and not enjoying, I don't know, a smoothie, or enjoying a nice hotel or a nice restaurant. I love eating really well. I don't want to delay until I have, I don't know, $1 million here, and then boom, I start withdrawing a salary of 2,000 or 3,000 or 5,000 a month, because then I can live the good life. I mean, in my case, I'm young, and I don't want to delay my happiness. Now I have the energy, I have the athletic body that allows me to enjoy at its most, like, the money. So I want to keep a balance with that. So yeah, invest as much as you can, but on the other side, I'm like, really aware of what makes you happy, so you don't delay your happiness. You can have a lot of happiness, and keep having a lot of happiness, but my thinking is, I don't care if I retire in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, because I'm not going to retire. Financial independence for me is like, I can now live decades, but maybe I don't know how much I'm going to live, but if I live to 100 years, then I need still some more money in my machine in order to be able to live until 100 without having to work again. But it's just the choice of not having to work again, not the fact that I will not work again. I will continue working. Why? Because I love what I'm doing. Actually, it looks like work, but it feels like play. So this is the thing. Next one, okay? Apart from investing, we have more income than expenses, twice time more than other people, than average people planning. This is what we do in the extraordinary lifestyle. Freedom over luxuries, this is what we value. Then pay yourself first. Then we have get to 10 years as soon as possible of not having to work again. Then invest more than 20% of your income. And this is the thing, low time preference, okay? I would say low time preference allows you to delay this gratification. And you put money, it's like the marshmallow experiment, right? You put the money in a place that you will not take it. You're not going to withdraw it for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And you delay that gratification. It's like, I could buy many more things with that money that I have invested, but why? It's not going to make me exponentially happier. And this is the point. What's the point? I would say consider what's the number that you need to hit in order to you have this happiness, more happiness, and then you start stabilizing, right? It's like more money doesn't make me much happier. Some studies say it's $76,000 a year, $80,000 a year, $100,000 a year, whatever it is. I found my sweet spot. I have this monthly average of expenses, and then I have, of course, every single month I have my treats, massage, hotels, trips, adventures, gadgets, all this kind of stuff, right? And I don't have a problem with that. It's like I just enjoy it, but I'm really aware what is my number, and then the rest I invest in assets that it's going to be more than 1 year invested, because the compound interest is the key here. I don't want to be trading. For example, I could be trading, and I could make money trading, I tried trading and I made money. The thing is, do I want to spend my day looking at graphs, looking at analytics, looking at numbers, and being like, put money here, now swap, now this, change this stock or change this cryptocurrency. I just want to focus on living my life, Again, much more money is not going to make me much happier right now. So I just focus on how can I enjoy my daily day more. And that is the thing. I just prefer to buy and hold, and buy when I see opportunity of some dip. Let's say I buy and I accumulate even more wealth at sales at the discounted price, right? And then I just keep it and hold it. I just want to accumulate, because the more, the bigger this amount of money, boom, the more it's gonna compound. So with that being said, extraordinary people that live this financial independence, we invest more than a year, okay? With that being said, let me show you this place because it's really cool. And again, how did I make it to this place, to be in this conference room? Like you can see here, just asking. This is the key part. So come with me, and I will show you. This is a beautiful place in Oaxaca. If you come to Oaxaca, even if you are a member of the Extraordinaries community, just ask, hey Mikel, where are you staying? You know, and I will tell you. I have a list of all the places that I'm staying that I'm loving, and this is one of truly the most amazing places that I've been here in Oaxaca so far. So I will show you a little bit because I'm gonna give you the last tip. Okay, the last tip is spend money in others. It's gonna make you super happy. Making more money for yourself may not make you happier, but spending money in others will. And this is my tip, because sometimes we focus on financial independence and we become greedy. I became greedy. And spending money in others, spending money with people you care, with people you love, even though it's gonna separate you, okay, from achieving quicker, much faster this goal of financial independence, damn, money it's meant to be enjoyed. This is how I feel. So, for example, if I'm coming to a place like this and I'm meeting somebody and I can invite them to come to this place, or I can do a gift to somebody, these are the things that really matter for me in life. It's spending money in others. I want to accumulate wealth and I want to share my wealth. I want to celebrate with others and share with others that things are going well for me in my life. And this is one of the things that I care, and I repeat the more here in this community, is it's about people. You know, relationships are the source of the best memories in your life. Period. This is how I think. So cultivate relationships, be generous, and a cool thing happens is that when you stop focusing on the goal of financial independence, I gotta hit this goal, I gotta hit this goal. It's about habits. We'll talk about habits in another video, but it's about habits. When you focus on the habits that will get you to financial independence, to these 10 plus years first, to then 20 years, 30 years, 50 years of not having to work again, having the choice, the easier it gets. The easier it gets. So this is what I would say to finish this video. Enjoy this path, because again, it's not about the goal, it's about enjoying the path, celebrating it with others. So this is how Extraordinaries can help you with that. 2 ways. Number 1, you can subscribe to this channel so you can see next videos when we are going to talk about more habits, more insights, things that I'm learning. I don't have everything figured out. I'm learning all the time, and I'm sharing all the things that I know with you. So if you have any questions, any comment about this video, just let me know here below which one of the tips, the 7 or the 8th one, is the one that you like the most. And number 2 is click the link below, the resources that we have down below, because there's an extraordinary community as well. We have our mastermind, we have a meeting place, right, where we can connect. So I'm happy to provide this space. I'm happy to provide this, this area of connections. So if you are an online entrepreneur, 6-7 figure entrepreneur, or even if you're not making 6 figure yet, you will still have programs, you still have courses where you can learn the things that I would have loved to learn years and years ago. But if you're already living this lifestyle, there's still a place for you, definitely, to connect with other people like us, enjoying financial independence, enjoying time freedom, and enjoying geographical freedom. And we connect and we share insights so that we can all even enjoy more our money, enjoy more our freedom to travel the world, get to know places, connect with each other. This is something that I'm really passionate about, and yeah, can't wait to see you there. So this is Mikel from Oaxaca. Happy to be sharing this with you, and see you in the next one.